So welcome back. This is the second part of the video of the interview that we're having with Tony on the Yobo series. Yobo is your own business online series on Yellow Digital Hub. And if you haven't seen the first video, please click the link up here to watch it before you see the continuing part. Tony will be telling us about how much it will cost to build your website and about how to build your brand online, SEO, and all of those related stuff. So stay tuned and right on with us. So now that we have ascertained that businesses actually need a website, whether you sell something much or you just sell in small quantity, how do we know the kind of websites we need? So for instance, if I sell on Instagram, and how do I know what kind of website I want? Is it a WordPress website, or e-commerce is like the buzzword for a lot of things. I want an e-commerce site with CRM, with this, with that. How do I know?
Okay, so
my business needs.
Yes, if you're talking about e-commerce, the commerce here means you're selling something. Right, you are selling something, or you want to perform some kind of transaction. Right. For example, Julius Berger, for example, their websites won't be an e-commerce website. Right. It's a corporate website, talks about their business, their plans, you get like their history and things like that. You will not see buy. Right. You can see download brochure, download information, get to know these people. You will not see buy. But now in the era of buying and selling, which is what actually is moving, everybody is selling one part, or you're providing a particular service. You need like an e-commerce type of website where I can come in, place an order for what you sell, and you get the confirmation that Toyin Alagbe just placed an order for this thing, and you process my order, you send it to me. So let's talk about food vendors, for example, or Instagram vendors. I'm just using like the food vendors, people that sell food as an example here. So they post their menu, and you have to place an order. After placing an order, you DM them the receipt of the confirmation of payment, that I've made payment. They have to confirm the payment. That, okay, well, I received your money, right? After that, they now process your order. With e-commerce websites, I have to go to your website, see your menu, add that menu to cart, go to checkout, make payment on your website. Automatically, once my payment is approved by the payment gateway, we've been hearing about Paystack, Flutter Waves, and things now. Once they approve the payment, automatically this money, the order will be placed, because the store owner will get the confirmation that so person just placed an order. I've made payments. What my address is there, my delivery address is there, and things. All you have to do is to package my order and send it to me. Most of people now, they shop on AliExpress.
Yeah.
For example, AliExpress is kind of an e-commerce. Most times you don't call your merchant in AliExpress. You go through the store, go through the catalogs. This is what I want. You read about the information, you compare prices. The difference between AliExpress and your own personal website is to only be for your own product. I'm just using an AliExpress because most people are familiar with what's going on in AliExpress, right? So you place an order, you see the shipping price, shipping cost. If you're shipping by air, you're shipping by 30 days, free shipping and things like that. You put in your address, you go in, put in your card details, make payment. Once your payment is made, you get confirmation, right? The store owner gets the confirmation, order has been placed. And that's the close of the business. I mean, they process the business from you from that side. If you know that you're going to wait for 30 days, you start counting down from that day. Like, okay, in 30 days, my product should be in Nigeria. If you paid for Express, like, oh, maybe in 15 days, my product will be here. And you just start counting down. So you're not sending a DM. Have you confirmed the payment? Have you triggered? this thing process done, one click.
Like pay and send a screenshot of payment confirmation after, so the process can actually be automated, and then you have time to address other things, so I get that.
Exactly.
That. So anyone who has a business that involves buying and selling of products,
yeah.
So you're saying they need an e-commerce website?
Yes. So and it actually helps you to keep inventory.
Oh, okay.
So when you have 100 pairs of shoes, for example, you put it on your website, have 100 pairs. When you have one left on the site, or maybe when you have 3 left, it will show the customer that it's only 3 that is left. So if you don't buy it now, once it's out of stock.
You don't have to tweet or say out of stock.
Yes, once it's out of stock, you click the product, they will tell you, it will tell you immediately, this product is out of stock. You can't make payment for that product. So you don't have to send me a DM that, do you still have this product in size 4? You go to my website, you see if I have in size 10, you will see size 10 there. If it's out of stock, you will know. What you can ask me is that, please, when are you restocking? And you get
This is actually amazing. And I actually don't know, before I ask my next question, but I'd like to know, what do you think the adoption, why is it that Nigerians are not adopting the route of actually visiting somebody's website, business's website or is it that, I don't know, why are people not, okay, let me rephrase the question. It looks like a lot of customers, Nigerian customers, do not like to go on the website to order anything. They prefer to
go to
Instagram, or is it just me thinking? Or because that seems to be general thinking of the average Instagram vendor. Like they won't go to the website; they just want to do what they want to do on Instagram and go.
I don't think so. For example, I shop on Amazon. Let me use myself as an example. Or I buy things from Konga or Jumia. I don't go to Jumia Instagram page to buy the products. You go to the website. It's whatever you give the customer that the customer will get. They will use what platform you give them. And say, for example, most people will still search for whatever they need on Google.
Sure.
Before most people. So I can't be searching for food vendors on Instagram. How will I search? What keyword do you want me to put in there? What keyword do you want me to put in casual shoes if I want a black shoe on Instagram?
Yeah.
They will go. So it's either I know your page that you sell, or you've done Instagram ads. And Instagram ads is targeting me because I've searched for shoes on Instagram, on Google. I've been looking for related keywords to what you sell. That is the only reason why I will see your product as an ad. That's the only reason why I will see your ads, rather, your product ad on my page. If I'm not searching for casual shoes and things like that, your ads will be useless.
Absolutely.
You get?
Absolutely.
So people still search for things that they want to get. They go through the whole process, they're searching for it based on the interest, the things I've searched for before, or things I've picked, things I'm interested in. That's the reason why you see ads and things like that. So people, your customers will still go to your website if you have a website. If you have a functioning website, okay. Nobody likes stress. That is one thing you should know. Whether you're a customer or you're the seller, nobody likes stress. I don't want to send you a DM now and you're in a meeting. Just for example, let's say you have a store. You and I were having this Zoom conversation. Somebody wants to buy something and they've sent you a DM 15 minutes ago when we started. The person will still be waiting by now until we finish this whole interview. By the time you respond to the customer, let's say the customer too is in a meeting, 3 hours meeting. But if you can automate this process, you would have received notification by now that somebody placed an order on your website. And all you have to do after this meeting is to go through that order and call your people that, okay, start packaging this thing, or call your dispatch. I have a delivery that you have to make tomorrow. That's it. So your customers will use the website if you have a functioning website.
That's, I think, the quote here: if you don't do anything, if you don't listen to, if you don't hear anything from this conversation, is that your customer will visit your website if you have a functioning website. So the conversation of how would they visit my website is another thing. The conversation of how do I take my customers from Instagram or Twitter to get to my website is another conversation for another guest. So now I need to ask this question. You've said website is where you can do it yourself now, is easily affordable, is this, is that. How much should a small business pay for a website these days?
That question itself is tricky.
Okay. So
it is tricky. Yes. So when you say how much, because it's a service-based thing, I can decide to charge you 200K. Another person can charge you 100,000. Another person can charge you 50,000. Doesn't mean that the 200K
1 million.
Another person can charge you 5 million. Yes. It does not mean that the 50,000 website will not do the same thing the 5 million website is doing. So most times, what you need to do if you want a website, and you will notice that when you approach people, they'll ask you, what do you want your website to do? Now, I want an e-commerce store. I want people to go to my store, place an order. I get notification. They can make payment online and things like that. Once I get notification, I want to be able to pack. I just want to take my hands off replying them. I just want to post the product on my website. Then they can go there and make payments, and I get notification. What will be charged will depend on the person developing or designing your website. So
there's no fixed cost.
There is no fixed price, no. So when you now see people tell you, I mean, I work in this space and I see people say, boy, I know somebody that can do it for 20,000. Well, you can go. So right. I know somebody that can do it. I know somebody that can do it for 40,000. You can do it. Right. Even if you sit down yourself and you go online, YouTube, or go to WordPress.com and pay WordPress.com. WordPress is one of the no-code platforms. There is Webflow too. There is Wix, right? You can go there. They have templates, and they tell you pay $20 monthly. You integrate this to pay this add-on, you do this one. You can do it yourself. So there is no fixed price. So if you know someone that can do it for you for 30,000, approach the person, they can get it done. I've done website for 17,000 naira before.
But not recently. Maybe like
not recently.
Like yes, not recently. For 17,000 naira now. You know what? I'm going to give you hard knock or send you to the school of hard knock.
when you be hustling for portfolio, I want people to see what I've done. People take it. I mean, we are in Nigeria. There are times that you need money. You need to pay for your internet, and somebody approach you and like to say do this website, and you charge them the standard price. They will probably feel like, and they tell you like, oh, you know, I'm paying you 80K, and you be like, if I collect this 80K, I can actually pay for my internet too. And you get some people who do it that period. It's not because they want to, not because they don't know their worth.
Want to meet a need.
But you know, exactly. And there are standards. There are companies that you go to the standard. When they say pick your budget, the minimum you see there will be 300 to 500K, 500K to 1.5 million. 1.6 million and above. When you're filling the form and you see like your budget is not within range, you leave their website. It's not by force. You don't even call them. Right. So
Just know that.
that's it. There is no fixed price.
Okay, I mean, this is good. That means for every budget you have, there's someone that can actually build your
Exactly.
site for you. Okay,
Yes.
so but that is also tricky. This is not this is an advice. You shouldn't always go for the cheapest because it might come back to haunt you. Or so that's when you have cases. But I paid you since 2 years ago. Maybe you paid 20,000 and the person has spent it at that point, and then he can't even buy you your domain name or even your web hosting. So you need to, as much as Tony has said this, you need to research yourself how much, and then because you also need to build a website that when your customers come to, they won't say, these people, there is scam. This is a scam.
Exactly.
It should actually be able to have the same brand feel like your brand. So if your brand is a premium brand, you won't go and build like a 40,000 naira website that is not even opening well on the mobile. So you need to build something that, you know, when you place premium on your product, people won't think twice. Why would I want to buy this thing? Because it's just like me coming to your house. It's like visitors coming to your house. If you're from your street, they know the kind of environment they are going to. And then when they enter into your compound, they see like, this place is so dirty. I can't come in. I can't even eat here. So your website is your first form, is your first contact with your customers. When it doesn't look right, then why should they buy from you? Okay, so I'm going to
another thing. Oh, sorry. Another thing I would just like to chip in again is when it comes to websites, hosting matters, right? Where you host your website matters a lot. There are places where they'll call you today that my website is offline. What happened? And you start chasing the web host company that what happened. So at times when people give you budgets and say the hosting will cost you 50,000, or like for some of them will host outside the country. I'm not saying Nigerian hosting companies are bad.
Let's say the truth and let the devil be ashamed.
I'm not I'm not saying Nigerian hosting companies are bad.
But customer service wise,
personally, I don't use. And I always tell whoever that wants me to do a website for them, this is the platform I use. You can go and buy your hosting service here. Just send me the details. If you feel like you can do it for 10,000, just buy the hosting yourself. Send me the login details. I'm going to upload your website there. And you know, the way I do it is I build websites on my own domain first. So you can actually preview, interact with the website and things. If I move it down to your own provider, and you're now having the button is not clicking, or it's going offline, or so you probably know this is where it's coming from. So at times when developers or designers drop budgets and they tell you that hosting will cost you 48,000, for example, they're not trying to dupe you. No. $48,000 in dollars is just $100. That's if you get it at GX, and like they have to go to the back market and things. And when they get to that hosting with that same rate, and they tell you your hosting and SSL and domain name will cost you $100, and they convert it to Naira for 48,000. And you now sit down and say, no, but I know this hosting company, domain name is 5,000, hosting is like 7,000. And you decide to beat it down. And they said, okay, it's not their fault. You actually decided to move in the direction. So,
I mean, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for adding that. So finally, I just want you to, your last words to small businesses on the need of having an online platform that they can control. I think we've talked about that. I need you to emphasize that. Just emphasize, your last words and then on that.
Yes, as an entrepreneur, online store, corporate business and things like that. You actually need a platform that you will know belongs to you. You put your information there, and you know it cannot be deleted because I don't like the phrase or I don't like the term you use. This doesn't mean like you have to go in and put in abuse. There are standards, there are rules to online. There are things you cannot post on normal website that can be reported. I can report a website to Google that is providing like bad information and they will take it off. But when you're doing a legit business, you should be confident that your website will still be there tomorrow, day after tomorrow, in a year's time, like in 2 years' time, you can still have your business. You can still have, all you have to do is to pay your subscription out and, you know, keep it there. And even the people selling, I'm sure the first point where they go to if they need anything is Google. They search for products, even as a seller that you're selling on a platform. You go there to, so again, let me just rephrase this a bit. If you're starting small, there is nothing wrong in staying on Instagram or Gigi. If your inventory is like 10, 15 products, it doesn't make sense for you to jump and say you're going to build a website because your expectation will be up there and what you have, your valuation is down here, right? It does not make sense. If you're starting small, don't do it. Wait till you grow. You can grow. So, and if you're growing, another thing you can do with a website is blogging. Website doesn't mean you have to start selling immediately. You can start writing articles about the things you sell. Link them to your pages on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter.
So that
if I'm a cobbler
for SEO, Abby.
Yeah, if I'm a cobbler, for example, right, and I want to tell you how to take care of your shoes, I'm a cobbler. I make shoes like in small quantity, maybe 3 pairs a week. That is my max products. But I can write blogs, articles, Medium post, tweet about it, go to Twitter and tweet about it. Steps on how to take care of your suede shoes, how to keep something in check. With that one, at the end of the article, you add the link to your Instagram page. Follow me here, do this one here. You're still growing your followers. If I like the content, your Medium post, if I like your blog post on WordPress or on Blogspot, I will go to your page, check out your page, and I'll follow you. You know, with that, you have something outside the social platform, quote and unquote, the social, Twitter and Instagram, that where you're putting constant articles. You're not selling yet. When you grow to the point where you're not selling 50 pairs a week, you already built these followers the time you were writing one article. Launch your website on the same platform. Tell them you now have a website. Because you've provided value in the past, your customers will follow you. So you don't have to wait till you have the warehouse where you're storing your products. You can start small. You can start with a blog. Write something about your products. Write something about the things you sell. One of the things that people buy a lot now is Fit Farm products, beauty products, how to take care of your face, how to use blah blah blah. So sunscreen is bad for you. Write small post about it. Please don't lie.
You don't say you can make you fly when you can't even make them walk.
Yes, don't lie. Don't lie about the products you offer. Organic skin products. You see it everywhere on Instagram, on Twitter now. Organic. Don't lie about your products. Don't sell harmful products. Don't sell the ones that will bleach their skin and in 5 years' time will give them cancer. But if you think it's genuine, you've researched about it, this thing works, it is working, you can prove that it works, write articles. Tell your customer, when you post your article, if I've bought from you before, I will go there and I'll comment that it's true, I bought this thing last week, blah, blah, blah. There's comments, apart from like your comment section on your Instagram. When you write articles, I can share your blog post to my Facebook page with my WhatsApp people and things like that. They can say, they can read up. So you can start small. If you're not big yet, just have a blog, do something. But please just make sure that whatever information you're putting out, even on your own website, put out genuine information.
I mean, that's amazing. That's really amazing. Thank you so much, Tony. To set on. But finally, your last where can we see you? So does it mean that if I search Tony Alagbe now, it takes me to your website? How can we find you? Or someone was like, oh, okay. So let me come and read my website, blah, 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 blah. Where can they find you?
Okay, you can when you search my name, I think one of the things you will even see, one of the interview you and I had at WordCamp 2000 and
oh, so that's that rank high.
Yes, yes.
You need to pay me for SEO.
You can see me there. You can follow me on Twitter at _source code. I just don't know why. The source is with the SAUCE. So source, like, you know.
I'm going to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, at source code on Twitter. Then I work with, I lead the design at Source Studios. You can check sourcestudios.com.ng. That is like a business website, not personal websites. And I think I also have one page up for myself. So it should be torialagbe.com. So.
I didn't know about that too. Correct.
Yeah, so something just happened one time, and then I've always had the domain name.
Oh, okay.
I've always had my domain name. So I had it, I got to like 20, long time ago though. It expired and I renewed and let me just drop something there. So it's not if you're going to rate me on my personal website, nah, I'm not going to score anything. So it's just a page on there. But to get details on like what we do and things like that, you can visit Source Studios.
sourcestudios.com or sourcestudios.ng.
sourcestudiosng.com.
All right, I'm going to put it on the screen. So that's a wrap. Yeah. Now, if you run a business on Instagram or across social media, you'll know why you should have a website. Well, Tony already said that you don't have to have a website almost immediately, but you can start building your audience through your blog section. You can create a blog and then start telling people how what you sell can make them better, can make their lives better, and all of that. So that's a wrap on today's edition of Yobo series. That's your own business online series. So thank you, Tony, one more time.